Yo, it's your boy Casual with the Silent A podcast. And man, we're back with another one. And the quick one at that, hit that like button. It's free. Helps to get eyes on the show. And more importantly, subscribe if you got that time, man. We appreciate that love. And for this, let's get straight into it. It's the crooked deeds of Frank Warren and how he's backed the likes of Daniel Dynamite Dubois. And arguably what he's probably should have done. But the promoter like him it's a gift and a curse. The gift is you want a man, you want a promoter, you want somebody backing you the way that Frank Warren has done. And to be honest, go to the depths that he's went through for the likes of Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Yes, shady in our eyes, pulled the wool over Joesph Parker's eyes and his team and, got them out of the well-deserved fight they should have had, the championship shot they should have got February 22nd, 2025 with Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Somehow convinced Daniel Dynamite Dubois to pull out of that fight due to some type of illness that still has yet to be disclosed. All this after he convinced Daniel Dynamite Dubois to jump into the ring. And don't get me wrong, Daniel Dynamite Dubois is a grown-ass man, so I'm pretty sure he's done some of this on his own. But getting to the ring with the likes of the ring with Dubois Usyk after the Tyson and Gypsy King Fury fight, late December 2024, knowing he had a fight with Joesph Parker. But then after that, February 22nd pull out, illness never disclosed. Then immediately starts talking. They want the undisputed fight with Usyk, and then the WBO makes their mandates. The IBF makes some mandates. For Chisora to be actually IBF mandatory somehow. Frank Warren pulled that off as a backup plan. Don't get me wrong, because I think Frank was a little worried that this fight was not going to go through and somebody's going to throw a wrench in it. Primarily Turki Al-Sheikh. And then he thought the WBO was going to mess it up as well, as they mandated Joesph Parker to be the Usyk winner and so forth. We all know the history. We all know how we got here. The deeds of Frank Warren, the gift and the curse that he has, it got his man into position. July 19, 2025, we already know it, signed, sealed, delivered. It's going down, the undisputed fight. We're going to do our first look and first takes on it now. The tricks that he pulled, the games that he pulled, he got his man in position. It worked. It won. But at the same time, man, it's kind of uneasy. We all know, no matter if you're a Daniel Dynamite Dubois fan or a Usyk fan or a Joesph Parker fan, I think we all know and understand Joesph Parker either should have got the Daniel Dubois fight first. Let's get it. You were sick, so let's get the rescheduling done. Or he should have got the Usyk fight first, since Dubois couldn't make their fight February 22nd, 2025. But with a promoter like that, with a man like that, who worked and greased the skids behind the scenes, salute to that man. He got his fighter exactly what he always wanted. A rematch with Usyk. I think it's still going to be a good fight, a great fight at that. I think it's going to be a decent rematch. I'm not too sure how it's going to go. We'll get closer to that fight. We'll do our 3-minute fighters, our 3-minute fight breakdowns for the likes of Usyk and Dubois. Obviously, we're going to do our first look, first take, first thoughts. It's going to be a good fight, but at the same time, I just can't do nothing but say the business of boxing is doing what the business of boxing has always done, and that's take care of the business behind the scenes and not necessarily the boxers. In this case, Joesph Parker, getting a real short end of the stick, and it really leads back to the integrity of the sport. Yeah, do I want to see Daniel Dynamite and Usyk get it on with a rematch? Yeah. Did we, want to settle this low blow controversy once and for all? Yeah. Will it be a good fight? Should be. But at the same time, this is where integrity comes in. We got to do the right thing. And in this case, we let a promoter, we let a business in Queensberry really pull the wool over the eyes of the boxing public and fans and really work in what he wanted to have happen. Now, obviously, there's a two-way street here because Usyk had to agree to this fight, right? He had to take that fight. So, as a man, for him, I don't think he really cares. I think he just wants to fight. And in this case, I think he's got something that he wants to prove. His pride's in the way here. He wants to show that Daniel Dynamite Dubois really doesn't belong on his level. And I think Frank Warren and company played on that. They knew they had a good shot to get that re-signed, and the money was going to be right and it was going to be good. And they went for it. They were successful, and the deed is done. The deed is over with. So now pressing forward, right? Spilt milk can't keep crying. Frank Warren and company and Queensberry Promotion, if they win this fight against Usyk, obviously need to give Parker his shot. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a rematch clause in there if he just somehow happens to win. They probably have to run it right back to back with Usyk. But after, let's say, all that scrap's done, they win, it's in their favor. They have no choice. They got to run it back. They got to come back and give Parker his shot. And on the other end, Usyk wins, which many believe will happen. He is, I believe, the favorite right now. Then let's step to the plate and make sure that happens. And Frank, since you did a lot of greasing the skids behind the scene and depending on how this fight goes and everything, well, let's grease a little bit of skids and point the direction back to Joesph Parker if you have any kind of integrity, heart, and respect. But we know what you're going to probably do, and it's probably push your next fighter on up or maybe push for a rematch for Daniel Dynamite Dubois once again. Either way, salute to, Daniel Dynamite Dubois getting this scrap. Salute to Frank pulling every trick out of the book to get his fighter what they believe he earned and deserved. And at the same time, thank you for proving the business of boxing and the behind the scene deals that people have always rumored to have gone down, and the evil deeds that happen behind the scene if you're not a big fighter and have let's say, an embedded plug into the major networks and the major sanctioning bodies and have somebody there to speak for you at all times. You get left out in the cold, right? So thank you for confirming that and proving that. And we'll see how we press forward. I think respect will always prevail. The fighters who are the real ones will always get their shot. And I think Joesph Parker is going to get his shot. I think, the likes of Moses Atamo and them, as he keeps growing and building, he'll get his shot as long as he stays core to himself and core to the game. I believe, who else in the heavyweight division? Ajit Kabayel, another real one, another good warrior with a decent fan base, good fan base for himself, will also get, what they deserve as long as they keep pushing, held up high and with the respect. Yes, there's going to be some things that happen. Yes, there's going to be some business of boxing that gets you jumped over. But as long as you stay consistent, show up, fight, improve the skill set, and just knock off whoever comes in your way, I believe those men will get their shots that they earned and deserved, even with promoters like Frank Warren in the way. Anyways, man, we talked too long on this. It's your boy Caswell with the Sign 8 Podcast. Hit that like button first, comment below, and as always, subscribe if you got that time, man. Until the next time, peace.